Good morning, children. This is class 9th physics, chapter number 8, motion. And today's topic is speed. So, children, we will learn defining speed. We will see the SI unit of speed. Speed has been divided into various categories. So, we will see about uniform speed, non-uniform speed, the average speed, and the instantaneous speed. We will see the device which is used to measure the speed, and then we will solve some numericals based on the speed. So let's start our class with the first topic in it, that is speed. Right, beta? So speed is what? So speed is, suppose you come to the school, right, with on your Activa, and I ask you that with what speed did you come? So you will say, ma'am, I covered a distance of 5 kilometers in just 20 minutes, right? So what are you expressing speed in? You are expressing speed in the distance covered, and with respect to time, means how fast have you covered that distance. So exactly that. Speed is your distance covered by time taken, right? So speed of a body can be defined as the distance traveled by a body per unit time. It's with respect to time. So speed, which is denoted by V, equals to distance by time, that is S by T. Now children, speed here is a scalar quantity. Speed does not require direction for its description, right? Now the SI unit of speed, we know the SI unit of distance is meter and the SI unit of time is second. So the SI unit of speed is meter per second, which can be written as this, or it is m upon s raised to 1. If s goes in the numerator, it will be s raised to minus 1. So you can write the SI unit as meter s raised to minus 1. Now children, we know that the distance covered by any object, if it has covered some distance, it will be positive. And if it has not covered the distance, if it has not moved, the distance will be 0. But the distance can never be negative, right? Because distance is again a scalar quantity. No direction is required for this description. So as distance is a scalar quantity, so is speed a scalar quantity. So as distance, the values possible are only positive or 0. Similarly for speed, the values possible are either positive or 0. Negative value is not possible either for distance nor for speed. Speed cannot be negative, right? Now, let's see the various categories, the various types of speed. The first speed is uniform speed. So children, as you all wear uniform in the school, right? You all look equal. So here we know speed is distance upon time. So here what has to be equal? So here if the body is covering equal distance in equal time, equal distance is covered by a body in equal time, then the speed of the body is said to be uniform, or you can say the speed is constant. For example, children, you are moving. For example, you are moving on this straight path, right? At time t equals to 0, t equals to 1, t equals to 2, t equals to 3, 4, 5, and so on, right? This is for every hour, right? Now, suppose the distance traveled by your car in the first 1 hour is 30 kilometers. And again, in the second 1 hour, after second 1 hour, you just see that how much distance you have covered. And suppose the distance covered in the second 1 hour interval is again 30 kilometers. Then in the next 1 hour, again you are noting down the distance covered by your car. And if you see that it is again 30. So if in each hour the distance covered is 30 kilometers, 30 kilometers. So equal distance is covered in equal time. 30 kilometers and distance of 30 kilometers is covered in equal gap of 1 hour. So as equal distance is covered in equal interval of time, this is your example of uniform speed. Here the speed is 30 kilometer upon 1 second because distance by time. So your speed is 30 kilometer per hour. So here your car is moving with a uniform speed of 30 kilometers per hour as it is covering equal distance of 30 kilometers in every 1 hour. In every 1 hour. Now children, the next category of speed is non-uniform speed, right? Non-uniform, it's not uniform. Means this time the distance is not going to be equal, right? So as you can see in the example over here, in 1 hour, the distance covered by a car is 30 kilometers. In the second 1 hour, the distance covered is 40 kilometers. So since distance covered it has increased, then there was no traffic. In the next 1 hour, the distance covered is 80 kilometers, right? And then you entered a traffic zone, and there in that 1 hour, the distance covered by you became less. The distance covered became 10 kilometers. So here you can see that the distance covered in every 1 hour is not equal. It is unequal distances covered, but the time interval is same, 1 hour. Okay, so this here the velocity, here the speed is said to be non-uniform speed. That is, your speed is not constant, it is changing. So we can call it as variable speed. So let's see the definition for non-uniform speed. If a body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, then the speed of the body is said to be non-uniform. Unequal distance in equal interval of time. Okay, beta? Now let's move to the average speed. Now, suppose you give 5 tests in physics, and if I ask you to take out the average marks, then what you will do? You are going to just add the total marks you have obtained in each test upon number of tests. So you will add and divide by 5 because the total number of tests you have given is 5, right? So here also, what is speed? Speed is distance upon time. Speed is distance by time. So here, if you want to find the average, what you will do? You will add the total distance upon total time. So if you add the total distance traveled by a body upon total time taken, that is your average speed. So average speed can be defined as the ratio of total distance traveled by a body to the total time taken, right? So mathematically, it can be written as average speed equal to total distance by total time. And we know distance is denoted by S. So S1 plus S2 plus S3 and so on upon time. T1 plus T2 plus T3 and so on. This will give us the average speed. We know the symbol for speed is V and the symbol for average is AB. So the average speed is total distance. So if you add all, you'll get S, and if adding all T is your small t. So this is the mathematical expression. This is the formula for average speed. Now let's move to the instantaneous speed. So children, you might have eaten the instant idli. So what does your mama do? She brings for the market the instant idli pack, right? Instant means she just mixes the batter and keeps it only for 10 minutes, and after that she prepares the idli, right? But the traditional method to prepare idli is first you have to soak the rice and the dal overnight, and then you have to grind it in the mixie, and then you have to keep it for 4-5 hours again. So it is a long procedure. But the instant idli pack that you are making means you can prepare the idli at that particular time, at that instant of time, right? So this is the meaning of the word instant. So suppose you are going on Activa to the school, and I'm also approaching on the same path, and I see you, and I come to you, and I just ask you, what is your speed? So you will quickly look into the speedometer, and you will tell me, ma'am, my speed is 45 kilometers per hour. So what is that? That is your instant speed. That is your speed at that particular time. That is your speed at that particular point of the path, right? So that speed which you told me is your instantaneous speed. So it can be defined as the speed of an object at any particular instant of time or at any particular point of its path is called the instantaneous speed. Right, beta? In your Activa, in your bikes, you will see there is a speedometer which indicates, here you might have seen 10, 20, 30, 80, 90, 100 kilometers per hour, right? This is in kilometers per hour. And here you have a needle. This needle indicates you your speed. Which speed is the needle indicating? That is indicating the speed at a particular point, at a particular time. So the speedometer of your vehicles, it indicates, it shows you the instantaneous speed of the moving vehicle. Okay, beta. So the device which is used to measure the instantaneous speed of any automobile is your speedometer. Now, children, let's see how we can convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. Because children, in your numericals, many a times the speed will be given to you in kilometer per hour. But we know the SI unit of speed is meter per second. So we require to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, right? So how we can do it? Let's proceed towards that. So 1 kilometer per hour, that can be written as 1 kilometer upon 1 hour. Now we know 1 kilometer is 1000 meters, right? And 1 hour, in 1 hour you are having 60 minutes, and in 1 minute you are having 60 seconds. So beta, 1 hour has 60 into 60, that is 3600 seconds. 3600 seconds. Now if you divide 1000 by 36, two zeros will get cancelled and you will have 10 by 36. Divided by 2, you will have 5 by 18. So 1 kilometer per hour is 5 by 18 meter per second. So if you want to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, you just need to multiply kilometer per hour by 5 by 18 and your answer will be in meter per second. Okay, now let's proceed towards a numerical based on speed. Let's read the question first. The question says that a body, it travels 16 meter in 5 seconds. So what is the 16 meter? 16 meter is the distance, right? Distance is denoted by S, and 5 seconds is the time, right? Then another 14 meters in 5 seconds. So again we are having distance and time. So let us denote the previous distance by S1, previous time by T1, and this distance by S2 and this time by T2. Then what is the average speed of an object? So as we all know, to find the average speed, we are going to use the formula. Average speed is as total distance by total time. Total distance is S1 plus S2 and total time is T1 by T2. We know the value of S1 and S2, substitute the value of T1 and T2, and then we will get the average speed comes out to be 16 plus 14 meter upon 5 plus 5 seconds. So this is 36 by 10. This is 36 meter by 10 seconds. So 0 will get cancelled and your answer is 3 meter per second. Therefore, the average speed of the object is 3 meter per second. Yes, beta? Sure. Now let's move towards the next numerical. And here the question says that the odometer. Odometer, it is going to measure the distance. We know that, right? The odometer of the bike reads 1600 kilometers at the start of the trip. Means when you started on your bike, right? आपने अपने घर से बाइक उठाई and the reading on the odometer is 1600 kilometer, right? अब आप start कर रहे हो and you start your trip, and at the end of the trip the odometer reads 2000 kilometer at the end of the trip. So how much distance did you travel, beta? 1600 से start किया था, 2000 you ended. So the distance that your bike has covered is 2000 kilometers minus 1600 kilometers, right? So the total distance covered by your bike is 400 kilometers, right, beta? I hope you have understood this. Now let's read the question further. The question says that now if the bike took 16 hours, so what is the time taken by bike? Time is 16 hours, right? Then calculate the speed of the bike in kilometer per hour. You have to find speed first in kilometer per hour and then you have to find it in meter per second, right? Now you know the formula of average speed is total distance by total time. What is the distance? 16 kilometers. What is the distance? 400 kilometers. And what is the time? 16 hours. So let's divide 400 kilometers by 16 hours. Yes, beta. So here you can see that 400, the average speed in kilometer per hour is 400 kilometer upon 16 hours. If divide it, you will get 25 kilometers per hour. This is the average speed of the bike in kilometers per hour. But you need to give your answer in meter per second as well. So we know that when we want to convert kilometers per hour into meter per second, we just need to multiply by 5 by 18. So that is what we are doing. Here we are multiplying 25 kilometer per hour by 5 by 18. So we will get the answer in meter per second. That is 6.9 meter per second. Okay, children, this was it with today's class. Bye-bye. Take care.